So we all talk about success, fame, and getting to the highest level of whatever you're doing, your craft. Maybe it's acting, maybe you're an artist, maybe you're an engineer, maybe you're a lawyer, maybe you're a pastor. And we all talk about this moment of success and the road of how these things can either destroy you spiritually, physically, emotionally, or build you. And we all have this plan, all of us. We all have this idea that I want to do this so that I can get this. I want to do this so that I can get this. By next year, I don't want to be the same place I was the last 3 years. By the next 2 years, I want to have done this and this and this and this. And all plans we can make, all things we can say. But whoever holds the final piece, whoever holds the final say is God. He knows the plans that he has for you, and his plans are better. No matter how hard they may seem, no matter how painful they may look, but his plans, trust me, are better. And he actually tells you things knowing very well your heart, your mindset, your decision making, and he tries to make you understand the real reason as to why he's doing what he's doing and as to why the things that you're striving for are not working out. But he does that gradually. So I'm going to give you a story of mine. So I used to be, not used to be, but I am also in the entertainment industry, and I was doing dancing. I was actually a dancer in Kenya. So I have been doing dance like for the past, I still do dance, but I've been doing professional dance for like the past from let's say 2017, or how many years are those? Like eight years. I I started dancing on 2013 thereabout. And I've seen a lot of things in this industry. I have met people who have scammed me. I've met people who have uh, uh, given me like hope that I'm going to blow up the next time, and then they just go away. I've met people who I thought would be the bridge or the road to success, and then later found out that they are actually struggling themselves. So I have met a lot of people in this industry. I can't say I have been in the rituals and stuff. Though I have.
You had you could you want you could.
I didn't reach that level. But all I'm going to say is that in this industry, since it's a growing industry in Kenya, actually people are getting recognized right now. The time that I was dancing, yes, people were getting recognized, but people were being used a lot. So I remember in 2013, I was in high school. So at that time I was not professional, but I was still dancing. So 2017 is the time that I started this thing clearly. And at that moment, we had been dancing for like 2013 with my friends. I have a team, and I'll put the picture, you'll see that. So we were dancing and everything was fine, everything was okay. And we finished high school, and it reached a point we were like, we don't think this dance is a good thing for us. So we are just going to do this. We're going to do one last video. And in this last video, if it doesn't blow up or if it doesn't give us a chance to like showcase what we can do, then we are tired. We had gone for like interviews. We had gone for not interviews but competitions, auditions. We had gone for a lot of things, but nothing was working out. So we just decided on January 2017, let us just post this video. If something happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, we thank God. I remember at that time I was not truly following Christ. I would call myself a Christian, but I was not truly following Christ. And even now I'm learning. So I'm in that process of learning and knowing things about Christ. So I'm not, as I will call myself, a mature Christian. I'm learning baby steps. And so at this moment, 2017, we did this video and everybody went on his own way. And sometimes I think there is a path that you will want to follow. And God will want to show you that this is a good path. You have the talent, you have the idea, you have everything that you're doing. But don't put all your effort right here, because this is not what I have planned for you. There is something different I want you to do, but it's going to take time. But at that moment, all I wanted was to be in a position where I will get a quality dance studio, a place where I would train, a place where I would like experience competitions or go for shows. Because we for the past 4 years, since 2013 till 2017, we are not gone for any shows. And so I remember we did that video and we left the video there. People actually stopped coming to practice. We were practicing in our park. So we were using our phones. We didn't have like a speaker. We didn't have a hall. We didn't have anything. So we were just out there roughing it up in the it is called City Park in Nairobi. And so what happened after this is that we stayed 2 weeks. So you will call someone for practice, they will not show up because people actually were starting to give up. And then something different happened. So while we were with our friends just chilling somewhere, there was a barber shop we used to chill. A certain guy came and called one of my friends that I want you to do something. Like I want us to do something, and I saw that you have quality, and with the right training, with the right coaching, you can be a better people or better group. And so he came and told us, and we were excited. And on the first days, we went and we started training professionally in a good hall. And I would just like to thank those guys for whatever they did. They actually saved us because we don't know where we would have been. Maybe we would not have experienced what we experienced in our life as dancers if that moment didn't happen. And I also want to thank God for that moment because at that time we went from having nothing, people almost giving up, to having like everything we really wanted. And at that time when you have less, that is when you come to appreciate having something. You appreciate having a hole if you didn't have a hole. You appreciate having a sound system if you didn't have a sound system. But the one who has it wants to upgrade to a better one. You see? So there are levels to this. So they called us and we went, we did practice. And the funny thing, we performed at a big stage. I have never performed at that stage until that moment. So I was like happy. There were no people actually. People, they were like, if I could say like 70 people there. So the place was not like packed, but I was happy because I performed at a big stage. And after that, we went after the show. We went to one of the guys because there were two of them, and we asked like we would like really want to know what's next after here. And the guy thought we came to ask for money, but we told him we want to know what's next after here. What are we going to do? Because we had that drive. We saw this is an opportunity that we cannot let pass. And the best thing happened. He promised us everything and he delivered. We started going for shows. We started going for competition. We started getting the recognition that we wanted. So 2017 was one of the best years. We went through a lot. We went through heartbreaks. We went to winning awards. We went to like having the best experience and having the worst experience. Losing, winning, we just enjoyed every single moment. We reached a point where even one of the biggest like dance crews in that year, we at that moment, no, that was another year, but we reached a moment where we were getting the recognition we thought we wanted. And at that moment, we even got a platform to perform with one great artist, one gospel artist at that time. He was really a known gospel artist at that time. And we went and we practiced. We did a good show. And we did a good show in Embu. And we went with him now to Thika. We did a show for the 31st coming to 2018. And after that, we had a fallout because of the payment issues, and this is where we get to understand why we struggle even as Christians. We struggle. The people of the world really get us when it comes to like contracts. We still have so much faith in people that we don't want to be professional. But I will say it is very, very good, even as a Christian artist. If you want to start your music career, you have to be professional. Look at the contracts you're signing. Make sure that you have a contract. That is one thing that you should have. Make sure that people don't take advantage of you. Be wise. Go and do your research. Don't just dive in because you have talent. Make sure you do your research. Read the book of Proverbs. It talks about businesses, because treat your art as a business. So that moment we did not have that wisdom. We had that drive of just performing. But we wanted to get famous, but when we had performed at that level, we saw that this is just not a good amount. We wasted like 3 months of our lives training for this show so that we can reach this level, and then someone gives us peanuts. So we just returned the money and we parted ways with the guy. So after this scenario, we were using the name of the person as our name, as our dance group. So I won't say the name, but we were using the name of the person as our dance group name. And that got us a lot of traction. But we didn't realize we were marketing the name so much and the name was known. So people would actually cheer for us because of the name and not because of what we were doing on stage. I'm sorry, that's the token. So please bear with me. So after that scenario, what happened was, like, we are starting 2018 without our trainers. They actually left after this scenario. They had other things to do, and now we were left in this hall. We thank God that the people there actually helped us. A company known as Yarden East Africa. It is a good company, so they helped us, and we secured a lot of stuff. We secured a lot of deals with them. We decided to make a deal that they are going to sponsor our training there, and we are going to be doing shows for them for free. and then we'll be training for other things, and they will be paying us like allowances when we go to their shows. So it was a good deal, because if you want to pay for all and you get shows maybe after 3 months, you see, that can't work well. So 2018 we start again, and we rebrand ourselves, and we call ourselves Ace Dance Crew. So we sat down and we talked of how the logo is going to be, of how we're going to look, of how this and this and this and this. And I remember that time the people we were looking at is a group in America known as Kinjas. They are like a group that practically behaves like ninjas or something. So those were our go-to guys when we wanted to look at videos, when we wanted to do our things. But we also wanted to have our own identity. And I remember in 2017, when we went to a certain competition, we were knocked out at the first round, and we were given harsh criticism and all this stuff. So this 2018, we decided we were going to go back without the trainers. We're just going to go back fully prepared, just train our hearts off and make sure that everything is going to be fine. And things went okay. We started with no shows. We were just getting small jobs here and there. And at that moment, you have nothing, but you have to also show people that you're thriving. You know this what is it called, artist lifestyle. And at that moment, we continued for a while, and the competition came. We actually did well. We reached the finals. We became number 5, and after that, we got other like chances. And we used to train daily without shows. You will stay like 4 months without a show. And this is something that I was building myself on with my friends. We were building. It was keeping us away from drugs, away from things that are bad in the community. People used to know us for something that we did. We used to be a model group in the streets. So people used to look at us and see a model group. And in this process, we were growing and growing and growing. So to cut this long story short, I'm just going to give you previews. We went from 2018. We got to meet someone in the dance community who is known, who is from a big dance crew in Kenya, and we started working with him. We started going for media tours. We moved, and I'm telling you, all this is something that I think is God's plan. But God is actually a genius in everything that he does, because he tries to make a way where he will show you the side of the things that you're chasing, and how corrupt and how filthy it is, and how people don't really respect you and will not treat you with the right regards if you don't respect yourself, if you don't have discipline, if you don't have boundaries. And he wanted to show us that you can reach the highest level and still get nothing, and still feel nothing, and still want more, and still lose everything. And now we are at this situation in 2018, 2019. We are going to meet for media tours. We're going to places. We are really rocking places. We are going from this show to this show. We're going to NTV to Citizen to this. We're going, like, people started to know us now as Dance School. We started going to competitions. We start coaching teams. We start doing things. And all this brings traction. And you think that this is leading somewhere. And then 2019 goes by and 2020 comes and COVID hits. And people will say that this was the worst time in history, but not for us. So COVID hits, and there are restrictions: wear a mask, do this, do this, do this. And at that moment, we were like trying something new. We had tried it in 2019, it did not work, but we were trying something different, something new. And we did a certain video and it went viral. I don't want to put details because I might be marketing things that are not godly, and maybe someone is trying to get out of those stuff, and then they return back to those things. It's not good. But we did a certain video that went viral, super viral, that we literally got like 3 million views. And this now brought us to a different level of fame. We thought that we were getting fame before. No. This brought us to a different level of fame. We had different level of people. We were meeting different artists. And this is in the secular industry. Remember, I told you I was not really closer to God. I was just professing that I'm a Christian, but a Christian by words. I don't know if my mic is okay. A Christian by words. But in the real sense, I I was not really a Christian. So we were working with my friends. There's a friend of mine we used to work so much with. It's known as Roba Roba. And we were doing a lot of stuff. We were doing stuff with TikTok itself, the company. They sold TikTok Kenya. We were doing stuff with it, doing like challenges and stuff in 2020. So 2020 was one of the best years. We were working with a very, very talented group. It's actually a very, very talented group right now, known as Young TIT Dance Crew. You can go check them out. And God was blessing us in all fronts, all fronts, all fronts. And we actually saw that everything is perfect. And we reached a point where we were like, yeah, we're going to make it through this. We actually even started singing. I actually tried singing for a while. I think I'm an artist. I don't know. I don't know if I'm an artist, but I do try singing once in a while. I have songs out on YouTube, but I'm going to give you the songs that are a gospel. And so at this point, we started getting traction. We started like making doing collabos with big artists. We start dancing. We start going for shows. Mind you, this is 2020 where people are not having shows. 2021 goes by. Things are running smoothly. We actually went to a point where we even started our own classes. And things did not go well. There was a fracas. We got kicked out of the hall that we were paying. We're actually getting a good amount of money every week, like 50,000, I guess, every week. So it was a good process. And then a moment came where everything fell. We stopped working with the Young KT group for other reasons, small reasons, pursuing our dreams. We stopped working with my friend who was actually a very, very good dancer. He actually wanted to follow a different path. So we could not do that. So we had a split, but it was something okay. We did not have a problem with it. But now things started kicking in. Everyone started realizing that we've been dancing for like 5, 6 years, and every time we think we're reaching at the top, nothing happens. And then now things came and started hitting rock bottom. We stopped dancing. People started doing other things. People started getting other jobs. Now things are not working out the way we wanted them to work out. We feel like we are losing. We feel like we are losing ourselves. There's no desire because we were at the pinnacle. We thought we were at the top, but now we're losing everything. And I remember there was a time we started singing and the singing itself was not working. Things were not working as we would want them to work. And people started going to other stuff and doing other things. And I remember that time you are jobless right now. You have no one to coach, no one to teach. You are alone. The other people are doing their own job. And I sat there on my own 2023 thinking like, where am I going? Like everybody has left. You have nothing. From going for TV interviews, TV shows, and doing all these tours, going for music videos, meeting the top and top celebrities, having the most exquisite time that you can ever think, to reaching a place where you're alone. There is no one. You, yourself, and your thoughts. And at that moment, I felt like I lost everything. You have no income. You don't have a way to get a job. Like dancing is all you know. At that moment, I was so struck. Like I used to sit in the house, I have nowhere to go. Like I wanted to do content, but I didn't even have a phone to do content. I thank God for blessing me with this one. Like I was just, I did not know where to go. I actually even started doing production, but it didn't even go well. Like there was no income, and I got pressure from my family. Like they wanted to get me to get a job, but I had this adamant heart. I want to follow my dream, and God was just trying to show me all this is not going to lead anywhere without you having a good relationship with me, because I am the one who's going to guide you. But at that time, I did not listen until it came a time, September 2023, where like I was sitting alone and I just started watching videos on Facebook. And I saw how much time I spent away from Christ. And I started remembering how my parents used to ask me every Sunday, come to church, please come to church. Come, let us worship together. Let us fellowship together. And at that moment, I was like, God was really calling me to church. God was really trying to tell me that this is where you're going to find peace. This is a place you're going to find yourself and the purpose that I have for you. At this moment, you may feel like you have nothing, like you've lost. But trust me, there is a plan that I have set for you. And I started watching videos and I started seeing how close we are to the end times. And most of the times, people really don't know how close we are, because everything that is happening right now is just happening so fast. Things are happening so fast, you don't even understand what is going on. And at that moment, I sat down by myself and I started thinking and crying to God and praying. For the whole week, I just watched those videos. I just watched those videos. And they kept me going. I went to church for the first time. The people in church were happy to see me. They had not seen me for a while. They were seeing me on TV, but they had not seen me for a while. And I gave up everything that I was doing. At that time, I was trying to do music, but I gave everything up. Everything. And I decided that I'm going to follow Christ and I'm going to try to do it in the right way. And God has been blessing me ever since. God has been guiding me and giving me wisdom ever since. And I know it's not the amount that I would like, but I'm happy that He has blessed me. And I know it's the human mindset or the human flesh to want more. But something that comes from God is something that gives you content. You're content with whatever He gives because He provides for you what you need, and He gives you peace in the heart and in the mind. You're not troubled. You're not pressed. Because in this world out here, it's like the dark web. People out here are harvesting energies, harvesting destinies. You don't know. Anyone can use you through food, through hair, through clothing. You don't know what plans people have out here for you. All you just do is trust in God and hope for the best. That is what we have. Hope. That is what we have. Knowing that in the end, we are going to be glorified. All these things will pass away. And I know it's not that I'm saying that having money is bad. No, I also want to have a lot of money. But I want to do it the right way with Christ. And I know there's someone out there who is thinking to themselves, why do I feel lost? I feel like I'm going up and down, up and down. My life is like the trajectory is not right. It's because you are not letting God guide you. And sometimes His ways seem like you're losing yourself. Actually, you feel like, I don't know what is happening, but He actually has plans that are so perfect that if you sit down and think to yourself that I have no job, I'm struggling with rent, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with helping this and this and this. But every single month, every single year passes, and I'm still here. I'm still surviving. I'm still alive. It means that He's not done with you. All these plans that you have for yourself, they are good. It's good to plan. But put God as the center of your plan. He knows what's best for you. So if you feel distraught, if you feel down, if you feel like you're failing, just know you're not the first one. Just know that you are in a place where most people are. And you're not alone. The Holy Spirit is there with you. And He's talking to you and telling you, my son, my daughter, have faith, have hope. Don't give up. Wait. Be patient. Your season of breakthrough is coming. Your season of growth is coming. Your season of love is coming. Your season of getting married is coming. Your season of success is coming. Your season of wealth is coming. Don't lose hope. I love you so much. Don't worry about the things of the earth. He can give you anything you want. He's your father. He knows your needs, but He also knows what's good for you. He also knows what you can handle. So anytime you think or you see yourself forcing or trying to do something that is not working, ask God, am I doing it the right way? Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing it at the right time? How should I do it? And He's so perfect, so merciful, so great, so beautiful that He will guide you. And He doesn't charge you a dime. It's not like our professional gurus here on the internet who charge you for advice. They charge you $5,000 to give you common advice. People are out here doing their own things. No, He cares. He only needs you. Here I am, knocking at the door. If anyone can hear my voice and open the door, I will come in and eat with Him and He with me. Open your hearts to the Lord. Let Him guide you. Let Him lead you. Let Him direct you. You are a child of God, and you're blessed, you're favored, and everything you need, you have. God has given it to you. But He tells you to wait, to trust, to have faith, to have hope. Because hope is all we need. Be blessed.